Let's take a look at this multiple choice question from farhatlectures.com. TechPro LLC has gross receipt of 20 million. Of this amount, 1.8 million is from consulting services that would otherwise qualify as an SSB or SSTB business, specified service or trade business. How is TechPro classify for Section 199A purposes? So we have a business, 20 million in gross receipts, 1.8 from consulting, and the remaining is from sale maybe. So 1.8. So is this considered an SSB business or not an SSB business? Is this business tainted? Now, why is that important? It's important because if you are an SSB business, once you cross the threshold, the upper threshold, that's it, you can no longer have any deduction. So that's why businesses want to be considered non-SSB, because they can get the deduction. So let's take a look at this scenario and see if it is, how do we treat this? How do we treat this example? So is the entire business an SSTB? So what do you have to do? Well, if it's less than 25 million, you could have up to 10% of your revenue as an SSB without being tainted. Now, if we take 1.8 million divided by 2 million, you know it's less than 10%. It's 9%. 9% means what? This is not an SSTB business due to something called the minimis rule. The minimis rule means you are not tainted because your revenue from that business is 10%. SSTB because consulting exceeds 1 million, it's not a number, it's a percentage. SSTB because consulting exceeds 5% of gross receipts. It would have be 5% of gross receipts if your gross receipts are more than 25 million. So if this company's business was more than 25 million and that percentage happens to be more than 5, then you are tainted. And once you are tainted, that's it, you are an SSB business. There's nothing you can do about that. So in our situation, this is a non-SSTB business because it's 9% and 9% is less than 10. It's a non-SSTB. The owner will get the deduction, because they're not non-SSTB business. If they are SSTB, that's it, no deduction, move on. Now, if you're taking this question using Farhat lectures, you could always ask the AI to explain this topic further if you would like to. Ask AI to explain the correct and incorrect answer, or create a similar MCQ to test your knowledge to make sure you understand this concept. What should you do now? The best thing you can do is invest in yourself. Go to Farhat lectures, look at additional lectures, resources, podcasts, AI tools, exercises that will help you, whether you are an accounting student, CPA exam candidate, enrolled agent. Once again, invest in yourself. That's the best investment you can make, and God bless.
Want to see more CPA exam multiple choice questions solved step by step? At farhatlectures.com, you will get hundreds of video solved MCQs step by step, including previously released AI CPA questions, previously released AI CPA simulation, in-depth lectures and resources to prepare for the CPA exam, AI tools that's going to help you study smarter, not harder, CPA exam podcast lessons where you can learn on the go. And also you will get the personal guidance of support of Farhat and his team. If you are serious about passing the CPA exam, this is your next step. Visit the website farhatlectures.com, start your free trial, and I hope to see you on the website.